Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Retro and Rare podcast episode for Marvin the Martian Monday. Doyle, you like that one?
Oh.
Marvin the Martian.
Vintage?
I found this at the thrift store last week, $2. I don't know if it's vintage. I don't see a date. There was a tag. It's been ripped off, so I don't know. It fits me wonderfully, and that's why I got it. So we're here. Now, let's discuss the obvious nighttime show. I like the nighttime vibe. You like the nighttime vibe?
Yeah.
I like it. It's different. I know people can't bitch about the lighting now. I can tell you that much.
We should do it more often so I don't have to wake up early.
Yeah, but then the people get the show at 3 a.m. and no one knows it's up until 3 days later. So, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, we could set a specific time. It's just, I wish YouTube could find a way to update or upload 4K video a little bit quicker. My internet connection is fucking fine, bro. There's no reason it takes fucking 3-4 hours to upload an hour video. But it is what it is. I can't. What are we gonna do? There's nothing we can.
4K though.
It is 4K, 2160p, progressive, meaning every line HD, not interlaced every other line. A little bit of education there on resolution. But anyway, we're back. It is Monday, Marvin the Martian Monday. Weather report, Doyle. What do we got for the weather? How is it?
We're doing weather reports?
Yeah. Just what the fuck, man? Dude, every show I go to you. What's the weather? You're not prepared again?
Like 83 degrees.
Okay. Is it partly cloudy? I can't see outside. It's kind of dark. I guess it doesn't matter if it's partly cloudy at night.
Yeah, it's baby cloudy.
It's baby cloudy. Okay. We have topic suggestions today. I put up a thing yesterday, put out the bat signal. People sending some topic suggestions. Big week this week. At the upcoming end of the week here on Friday morning, Doyle, we will be heading to Miami for the virtual flea.
It says it's going to be extremely humid.
Okay. We better look up the weather in Miami. I'm sure it's just hot as fuck. Just like it is in Orlando, it's going to be hot as fuck. Doyle, did you put together a couple of cool outfits? I'm sure you do because you give a fuck. I had to convince you to get a haircut before we go to Miami.
You'll have to?
Where is your self-care, bro? What? You know I love Deion Sanders, and once a week, at least once a week, I hit you with the, if you look good, you feel good. If you feel good, you do good. This is Deion Sanders quote, bro. And you don't live by Neon Dion?
Yeah,
Come
Carnage doesn't care how he looks.
Carnage definitely cares how he looks, bro. He's always shaped up looking great, bro. Trinket. We got random trinkets today. Got Big Boy PS3, and we got an Xbox 360. Because that was always the battle. You know, everyone, I got 360s better because all my friends play online. I'm like, what are you talking about? To me, PS3 is a far superior system. I don't give a fuck. I've always said that, though. You don't think so? You were a PS3 guy. What are you looking at me crazy for?
The Xbox had a better online community, though.
Yeah, fuck online community, though. I know. And back then, I feel like actually back then, this was more important of an online thing than it is now.
I think they invented the crossplay, too, with PC, right?
Yeah, it's because Microsoft is the operating system, though, so it was easier. But remember when PlayStation 3 was free online? That was a big deal. This shit was free.
Yeah, but they got hacked.
Right. Well, not only that. That's one thing I will say. If strictly online, it's not even a contest. 360, way better. PS3 connection issues, a lot of games though. But hey, I'm a Gran Turismo guy. You ain't playing that on Xbox. Yeah.
It's Forza.
Yeah, Forza's okay. Yeah, it's okay. But Gran Turismo, that's my shit. So, yeah, we're going to get into some topic suggestions. One topic I want to talk about right off rip that I've been hearing about from people all fucking week.
What's the name, though? I got to say the name.
What? Oh, what, the person that suggested it? I was going to talk about it whether they suggested it or not, though.
It could be Jimmy Conway.
Okay, great. So, Jimmy Conway, what, from the Goodfellas? Fucking Robert De Niro?
Jimmy the Jet.
Jimmy the Jet? I mean, yeah, if you want to look up the kid's name, great. But it's Dipset versus the Locks versus battle. Battle for New York, if you will. Now, where do I start here? Because this one's going to get a little ranty. I know some people are here for video game shit. Some people are here for some vintage shit. Some people watch this show for all types of reasons. Probably for the next good 10 minutes, I'm going Dipset Locks on people. Because it's important to me. So, okay, this was last week. It was Wednesday night, I think it was. It's obviously been hyped up. Now, if you don't know, now Doyle, you didn't watch it. I can tell by your fucking look on your face you didn't watch it. Dipset versus the Locks versus is a 20-track battle. Swiss Beats and Timbaland own the company. Came about during the pandemic. I think it's a quick background. It went from a lot of FaceTime-ish ones, which were garbage, to actually getting the two acts in the building together, and then they would do a live performance battle. So it kind of got convoluted as, well, what are we really battling about? Is it 20 tracks? Because to me, if you sit there and play 20 of the best Dipset songs and 20 of the best Lox songs, after about the first 10, it starts to water down as far as impact. And Dipset had a huge impact with some of their tracks. But when you bring in live performance, and, you know, there's a couple of things which I'm going to get to in my personal breakdown of the battle that were just like, damn, the Lox just murdered them, right? First of all, what I realized, and somebody else, and I'm not going to take credit for this wording because I saw it the next day, but it hit me, was what I realized through the battle was that Dipset was a time and the Lox are timeless. Meaning, there's no question that the Lox, specifically Jadakiss, lyrically are shitting on everyone in Dipset. Cam has some pretty dope lyrics. Jewels is pretty dope. Jim Jones, not really a lyricist, more of a goon. Whereas Styles P and Sheik, all three of the Lox are lyricists and they're dope. I mean, there's no question. I never question that. Plus, they've been doing it longer. So I think a lot of people were surprised that I was going with Dipset. It's just that, listen, man, I had a lot of great memories with Dipset. My New York days, they came out right when I was in fucking high school, and they influenced me so fucking much. I was always a fan of the Lox, of course. It was just like, duh, what are you talking about? Especially being from New York. Jada and them, they've been doing this shit since the mid-90s, of course. But Dipset just brought this different energy. It was just different. And I think their impact in a short amount of time was fucking incredible. So I thought about, like, Diplomatic Immunity alone, the tracks that are on that album, I'm like, I think the Lox are going to have a hard time. Well, here's the thing. Dipset came out completely unprepared. Joel Santana has had his issues the last few years with jail and drugs and weird shit. Cam kind of, and by the way, Dipset as a unit, as a group, have internal beef. There's like beefs and shit, so they're not as tight. The Lox have been tight for 25 years. They know each other's words to their songs. You could see it in their live performance, their chemistry. They look like they were on tour for 6 months. So it was like, I already felt bad energy. Like during the battle, like the fucking, like Cam and Jim Jones came out. I'm sorry, Jewels and Jim Jones came out. Cam didn't even come out. It was like he was late, and it was terrible. So the battle ended before it started because Cam told Jadakiss, yo, you're on our home turf, because they were at Madison Square Garden, which is Manhattan, which is more Harlem. You guys go first because we're a home team. And Jada's like, what the fuck you talking about, Cam? You live in Miami. Drop that shit. And fucking, it was the Fuck You song from the Lox. I was like, oh my God. And Jadakiss did his typical Jadakiss thing where he was just sending shots, and then he was doing freestyles. They were doing real hip hop shit. And that, especially in that building with who was in that building, it won over the crowd there, and it completely killed the energy of Dipset. Never mind Dipset, when they were performing some of their songs, they were fucking up lyrics. They were offbeat. The DJ was garbage. They were using the wrong tracks in the background. Not good, bro. Not good. Now,
They had some good songs, though.
Well, first of all, you're talking about two legendary groups. There's great songs all over the fucking place. The problem with Versus is it's really loose. Like, if Jadakiss wrote a few bars on a song for somebody, he can use that on his verses. It's like, if it was just group songs, like just Dipset songs, you know, Jadakiss adding in his singles, like Jadakiss alone has better songs than Dipset, just Jadakiss. But you go down to Sheik Luch's library is not as good as Cam's library. Like, obviously, Jada, Cam. Then you could do Jim Jones, Styles P, which Styles P murders him lyrically. Sheik Luch, Joel Santana. It's like, I don't know. But the bottom line is, that's rough. Especially in New York, bro. In New York, they're not fucking around, bro. You're talking about two groups that talk a lot of shit about running New York or representing New York in Madison Square Garden with a lot of heavy hitters in the crowd, live performance, and they made them look stupid.
And New York is going to call you out, right?
They made them look stupid, bro. Stupid. As we would say in New York, fucking stupid, right? So I enjoyed it overall. I really thought the intro DJ, first of all, it was a very New York thing. Like, the DJ was having to yell everybody get back from the stage, from the fucking stage. Get everything. It sounded like the intro to like Funk Flex the Tunnel, like, take off your shoes, everybody. It was just I appreciated the New Yorkness about it, right? But damn, bro, Dipset looks stupid, man. And I was rooting for him, man. I was just rooting for him because it was just like, I don't know. But you know what? Never fucking get this fucked up. I love the Lox, specifically Jada. I mean, even Chic and Styles. All their music, I own all their shit. Like, I love their shit. I'm never going to talk shit about the Lox. And obviously, they shut me the fuck up when I picked Dipset. So, you know, Jadakiss selling fucking Dino Bites, you know, whatever the fuck that was. See, that's the thing. I was incorporating that. Like,
why were they doing it? I don't get it.
What, Dino Bites, all that shit? No, because this is why I picked Dipset. Not to say that Dipset doesn't take... All right, people don't know what I'm talking about. If you go to Jadakiss's page, Jadakiss often is like... Remember we saw that post where he was like selling PS5s? He was promoting somebody who was selling PS5s. It seems like there's a lot of money grab shit, and it seems kind of corny and like, hey man, you're Jadakiss. Like, why are you selling like random funky named weed from a weed? It's weird, and it's just like he doesn't run his social media the right way, in my opinion, and it looks really corny. But he's Jadakiss.
Yo, but Dino Bites was Bubble Bomb, right? What was it?
It was just stupid, man. I don't know what the fuck. It's just, I don't know, man. You have to go to his page and look it up. So I'm looking at him as that, not as, his old performances and his old songs. But Jim Jones, they all do it. They all fucking, because they're trying to get money any way they can. So if somebody comes up to him and gives him a few $1,000s, which is like, why are you wearing a $50,000 watch, but you got to do a fucking weed advertisement for $2,500? It's like, eh. Anyway, I'm getting way off the fucking tracks here. Dipset definitely got embarrassed. Lox won fair and square, murdered them, made them look terrible. It is what it is, bro.
So they got run out of NYC?
Yeah, basically, essentially. But you know what? But here's what pisses me off more than anything. I was, Jim Jones and Styles P specifically were going hard at each other online prior in the battle, right? So in my mind, I was like, yo, whoever loses this battle just needs to shut the fuck up forever. I don't want to hear music. You cannot talk this much shit and then lose and then just act like nothing happened. That's the number one thing I hate about sports and boxing matches, anything. The shit talking that leads up to a fight or a battle or anything, and then the aftermath.
Oh, Conor McGregor's?
Yeah, if you're going to go that hard and talk that much shit, you just have to realize your entire livelihood's on the line. If you win, great, you're the man. But if you lose, I don't want to see your face ever again. That's the way I roll. Come to find out, would you fucking look at this? Dipset and Lox, they have a tour now. So all of this shit was propaganda to build up. Now they're going on tour together. So all of this crazy shit you guys are talking about each other, you guys are, everyone's cool. It was all just a show to build it up, and now you're going on tour to make money on that. I don't like it. It seems fake.
Well, Dipset's not doing it, though.
What do you mean?
Oh, they're both doing it?
They're going on tour together. What are you talking about? They have a tour right after the battle. They go, oh, by the way, we're on tour. Here's the dates. Together, not separately, together.
Yeah, I mean, Dipset got posterized.
But this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is my problem with it. It's like, if you guys are talking that much shit and you got embarrassed, now you guys are going on tour together. And there's a couple other artists on the tour with them. But I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, that is my music talk for the week. Yeah. I've still listened to both groups, and it is what it is. I don't know what the next verses is. That was the one I was looking most forward to. And
it was a letdown?
No, it wasn't a letdown. I mean, my team, it's not really my team. They lost. Like, who I picked lost. But it is a fun concept, so I rock with it. Let's get on to, before we get to topics, let's do my movie review of the week. Because that's something randomly I like to do. Often throughout the week, I might watch a movie with the girlfriend and whatever. So she came over the other night. We're just chilling for a little while. Like, let's watch a movie. Okay. Going through, I was going to put on, like, what was the new Fast and Furious or some one of these things. Charge it to your Voodoo account. Doyle, thank you for that access. I will do it every time. But it was $21 or $22 to rent a movie. I mean, what's going on with that, bro? It's $20 to watch fucking Fast and Furious on my TV. No, I'm not in a movie theater. I mean, anyway, she don't fuck with Fast and Furious like that anyway. I'm like, all right, cool. But then I said, you know what? We were scrolling through, and I saw Rambo. Like the latest Rambo movie. It came out in 2019, I think it was, maybe 2020. And I'm like, I love Rambo. And I'm like, I had never seen that. She's like, me either. I'm like, it's probably a senseless, violent movie, like just Rambo. I'm like, I'm down for that. So we put it on. I'm like, all right, cool. Sylvester Stallone, he's cool. He looks old as fuck, but I get it. He's John Rambo. He's old. He's like washed up, but he's still crazy. He's living on this ranch with the... Okay, cool. I just want to let everyone know. This is probably in my top 5 worst... I don't want to say worst movies. Like, cinematically, it wasn't terribly shot or anything. The acting wasn't terrible. The storyline, though... Now, have you seen this movie, Doyle?
I think I've seen the end.
Okay. Well, I think you've seen the end. Okay, you didn't see the fucking movie. Anyone that says, I think I seen the end... Considering you who haven't seen any movies, because I always put you on to movies. Not that this is a good one anyway. It starts off pretty good. But here's my issue. When we go into like... And by the way, spoiler alert, if you really need a spoiler alert for the last Rambo movie that came out. There's rape and women trafficking is like the story of the movie. And it's terrible. And there's like scenes, and it's too hardcore, bro. It's like Rambo's niece, or I don't know his relation to this young girl who's going to go off to college that lives on the ranch, and there's a mother. It's an Hispanic woman. Like, there's this whole thing, right? And this girl wants to go find her father, and like why the father left the fucking girl. So she's like, I want to know why. And my cousin in Mexico called me and said, I found your father. I'll give you his address. Just come to my house and we'll go there and you can talk to him and you could figure it out. Well, she goes to Rambo and says, I'm going to Mexico to find my father. And he says, no, don't go do it. He's a bad person. Blah, blah, blah. They get into an argument, right? 3 days later, long story short, she ends up saying, fuck you. I'm going there anyway. Even though it's not a good idea, I'm still going to go. Well, really long story short, her fucking cousin that she met up with fucking set her up and drugged her at a club after she met the father. The father said, fuck you, I don't give a fuck. I should have never had you. Like, said something really nasty to her and said, fuck you, get out of my face. The cousin takes her to a club because she's depressed about it, spikes her drink, passes out, ends up fucking getting into this women trafficking thing for fucking prostitution. And the girl's getting raped and shit. And then obviously Rambo realizes she went, oh my God. And the rest of the movie's like taken, like, I'm going to find you motherfuckers and kill everybody. Meanwhile, the way it's supposed to work is, hey, before your fucking stepdaughter or whoever this girl is to you gets raped, usually the fucking good guy finds the bad guys, everybody wins. No. This girl was raped multiple times. It was terrible. My girlfriend in the middle of the movie is like, you got to take me home. Middle of the movie. Now, she wasn't feeling well. She's going through a little sickness, right? Bro, she said, literally, my anxiety is through the roof. I have to go home. I had to take her home. And honestly, it killed my whole mood. Like, I was like fucked up. And then this is like halfway through the movie. I just shut it off. I'm like, I don't even feel right that I watched this movie. And I'm like so surprised. Like, what the fuck happened here? So, anyway, if you guys want to watch a wholesome family movie, Rambo, I think it's Last Blood is the name of it. So anyway, if you want to watch a great family movie, I encourage you and get the grandma, the kids, just everyone gather around the TV and get some popcorn.
Rambo loses?
I don't know what happens. I'm sure he ends up getting fucked up.
Oh, you didn't see it?
No, I watched midway through. He ends up finding who took her and where she is. And obviously he shows up there. And there's like 80 million fucking gangsters. And they just beat the fucking shit out of him. And some random lady that had been following him finds him, picks him up, brings him home, nurses him, brings him to like an underground Mexican doctor. And then I realized what was going to go on. Like, he was going to get better and then go there and kill everybody, find her. But by then there was so much bad shit that happened. I was just depressed about it. It was a terrible fucking movie, bro. Terrible. So I don't recommend it, but if you want to just be in a bad mood, then watch it. Rambo Last Blood. So
Damn, you paid $22 for that?
Well, you did, because I charged it to your account. No, I'm only kidding. I watched that illegally, obviously. Oh, it's another thing. By the way, yo, my girlfriend is so cute, bro. She thinks she's like, I told her I went to my little like streaming site the other day, and it wasn't working. And she's like, see, because you talk about it on the podcast. They fucking got you. Like, I'm like, yo, you need to chill the fuck out. She's like, no, you say too much stuff on there. I'm like, I don't. But she
It's
really.
true, the feds are watching.
I guess so, man. And whatever. But then it worked. And I was like, see, it fucking works. What happened? So anyway, all right, let's get into some topics. I guess you can go. I'm done with Dipset. I'm done with my movie review. We can, people did send us some topics, so hit me up. Let me know. I'm drinking my triple shot, whatever the fuck this is. It's pretty good, actually.
All right, we got Shadow Banks' favorite game soundtracks.
Oh, well, you're a soundtrack guy in the games. You actually collect game soundtracks, like original CDs. I think you have Zelda. I mean, all the Zelda soundtracks are great. Yeah. But then, original soundtracks should be more specific, right? Because you could say, Tony Hawk has the illest soundtrack, but it's well, those are just dope songs that they just, a compilation, you know what I'm saying? Metal Gear Solid to me, of course, because I'm a Metal Gear fanboy. I just like the fucking instrumentation and the way it works in the game is beautiful. Any Zelda game really has some great music. I mean, I could just listen to Ocarina go ham. This is pretty dope.
Oh, what about Gran Turismo?
Well, I was getting there. Gran Turismo to me is one of the best gaming soundtracks ever. And when I say Gran Turismo, I mean pretty much every Gran Turismo. There's actually one track out of 500 Gran Turismo tracks that are phenomenal. I think it's called Alony, Alony, by something Yuzuki. If you type that in, it'll come up because it's so obscure on YouTube. Just listen to how fucking phenomenal. And they're all instrumentals, but they're original and they're made specifically for Gran Turismo. So Alony, I think is the title, and something Yuzuki. It's a Japanese producer. I'm a music guy, so that song in particular just hits, bro. It's just a beautifully composed track. It's got soul. It's got almost a Sonic the Hedgehog synthesizer vibe mixed with jazz in it. And anyway, overall, Gran Turismo is my favorite soundtrack in any game.
Super Smash Brothers.
What?
Super Smash Brothers.
I fucking hate Smash, bro. You know I hate Smash already.
It has a bunch of soundtracks from different games.
So yeah, but that's not.
It even has Metagear.
Yeah, but it's. I don't know. I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, if the fucking Super Mario comes in, they play Mario shit. Then they might play, Kirby fucking comes in, whatever. Yeah, whatever. What else has a great soundtrack? I'm trying to think of one once again. And I don't want to say Grand Theft Auto Vice City. It's got all 80 songs. That's not. No. Is there any OG shit? Like Jet Grind Radio or something? Jet Set Future?
Castlevania?
There you go. That's great. That was a good Symphony of the Night. That's considered actually one of the greatest soundtracks. I think specifically the Rondo of Blood version, which is the Japanese version. Different game, but the soundtrack to that is, I mean, it's just because it's like that organ sound with it's just amazing. So back then they used to go really ham with the soundtracks on games. Trying to think, is there anything else off top that I'm thinking of? Gran Turismo just runs through my mind when I think of soundtrack, so it's hard. I mean, fucking Mario or something, but it's too generic.
What do you mean?
It's too generic. I can't say Super Mario has a great soundtrack.
Super Mario RPG, that's the one.
Okay, that's good too. Oh, Secret of Mana, which is an RPG that has a good soundtrack.
Chrono Triggers?
Yeah, I guess so. I don't know. All right, give me another topic. What else we got going? I like the soundtrack topic. I gotta think about it more though.
All right, so we got Future Past NYC.
Okay, shout out Josh. We will be Willits.
Life Organizations.
Josh. Well, that's because I'm organized as fuck. I am very organized. I'm very neat. I was just at the girlfriend's place today. I know she hates me bro. I'm way too overboard. Like, I go there, she's fucking half sick. I'm like in there cleaning up, fucking wiping shit down for the 70th time. I just can't have a mess around, bro. I'm an organized guy, so I like to get things in. See, when you get organized, it helps everything else. And now I sound like this is what happens when I start preaching to her about shit. I fucking get on sometimes I feel like I'm Steve Harvey fucking, I do it to you too. When I start I start preaching about like, hey, if you're fucking organized and you wake up in the morning and everything you need to do is already set up for the day, or you prepped the night before, it makes the steps easier. Instead of just waking up and going, what do? I gotta go here. I gotta do this. No, set it all up. Be 10 steps ahead, bro. I'm 36 years old. I still put out my clothes the night before like I'm in fucking middle school, bro. I do that.
Meal prep?
I don't meal prep. But although I halfway do now because I'm on my super fitness shit. As you can see, Doyle, over there, I got my kettlebell. I went out and got myself a pair of fucking AirPods. and I got my little fucking, all my other fitness shit. So lately, we got Lake Eola behind me here, right? It's 1.1 miles around. Beautiful lake. Bro, there's so many animals down there. It's unbelievable. There's so many fucking geese and swans and turtles and frogs and all kind of shit that they put inside that. No, I don't. No. I go down there. I wake up at 7:30 in the morning. I got this dope pair of fucking vintage Stussy Nike shorts that I have, right? I go down there. I walk. I put on my running shoes. I walk crazy. I do minimal 5 laps. I've been doing this now for 4 or 5 days in a row. 5 days in a row? Yeah, 5. I do at least 4 laps, which is almost 5 miles, right? And I don't stop for nobody. I do Terminator 2, T1000. I don't, people look at me. If you don't move, you're going to get shoulder checked by me. I don't care if you're a kid, if you're an old lady with a walker or whatever's going on. If you're a homeless person, it doesn't matter. You are going to catch a shoulder from me. And I'm not a big man, but I'm moving swiftly.
Even the geese?
Even the geese. They move for me. And you know what? The other day, one of them came at me because there was a bunch of little baby geese. And I know they get really aggravated when you get around the youngins. But I wasn't stopping. You motherfuckers are crossing and I'm coming. Someone's getting hit. So I almost T-boned one of the little geese and he tried to snap at me and I just kept going. I just got my ear pods in. I don't stop. I'm shirtless down there. I got fucking chest hair for days. I got the hamburger meat out, bro. I'm going, dude, listen. Yeah, and people are looking at me. I don't care what people want to see. I'm also pale. As you can tell, I actually got a little bit of fucking color. I'm starting to really, which I needed, bro.
You want me to zoom in?
No, don't. Touch the camera, bro. Okay. And what am I going to, I'm just thinking about how much you aggravate the shit out of me sometimes. What are we going to do when we have to leave at 8 in the morning on Friday morning and I have to sit in a car next to you for 4 hours to drive to Miami? What am I going to do? Well, first of all, what we're going to do is we're bringing the camera. We're doing a vlog. So we're going to shoot some footage in the car on the way. And we're going to shoot some footage at the flea, right? And whatever antics we get into down there. I know I got my buddy Sloppy Robbie waiting down there. We got Josh waiting down there, Future Pass. But what's cool is I talked to Josh today, confirmed we're going to leave Sunday morning, and Josh is going to hop in the car. Like I said, you're going to sit in the back seat of the coupe. I don't know how you're going to fare in the back seat of the Benz coupe for a good 3.5 to 4 hours, but I think you'll make it. And then Sunday afternoon, when we get back, we will immediately be shooting a podcast episode with Josh, and then I have to take him to the airport that night. Some pretty gangster shit, actually. But I was thinking about that. I'm like, yo, what are we going to do? And listen, speaking about being organized, which is a topic that Josh sent in, dude, listen, are you playing Pokemon Go again?
No, I'm looking at topics.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to break your phone, okay? Your underground fake Mexican burner phone that's only connects to the internet. So when I want to call you and ask you where the fuck you are, it doesn't work unless you're fucking near Wi-Fi. I'm going to break it. Okay? And I know you were playing Pokemon Go when I left the other day. You left my house. We finished the podcast last time. I go to my girlfriend's apartment. I'm at the fucking light. I look to my left. Doyle's on the street corner with his phone. I'm like, is that Doyle? And I could see it. I could see Pokemon and I could see the little ball. I'm like, this motherfucker, bro. Which is not really illegal. It's not like you can't do that. I just was like, you didn't tell me you were going to just stick around. I wouldn't have told you to leave then. I thought you were going home.
No, I got to go out and play Pokemon. I can't stay
Whatever,
here.
Bro. You can Bulbasaur it up. Whatever you can do. Blastoise.
Lake Eola's a shit.
Lake Eola, it's nice down there. I will say, and I'm going to tell you this, and I'm going to be serious for a second. I'm really happy that I'm on my fitness shit the way I am now. Because now I'm not looking back. Because instead of me waking up in the morning, smoking a bunch of weed, pounding fucking iced coffee, and going to the thrift store, which sounds great on paper, when you do that every day, 7 days a week, you end up just, things weren't vibing. I was starting to lose my way in the universe a little bit. And to me, being in shape, I lost all this weight, I stopped drinking, I need to be in like peak physical condition. And I feel so stupid that I spent 5 months, I told you this the other day, I spent 5 months here since I moved. I've been cooped up in this place, which is amazing, and I love it. Bro, all the fucking thing. Now I'm like, this is why people pay big money to live here. Bro, everything is walking distance. Every single fucking thing I could ever want to do, from restaurants to convenience stores to, All I got to do is walk downstairs. There's a whole fucking world out here. I know I sound like a fucking hobbit and a weirdo saying like, yeah, bro, we know. I'm just saying I had like an eye-opening experience. It's the greatest thing in the world for me to wake up at 7:30 in the morning and go for that fucking walk every morning. Then I come up in here, put on Joe Rogan, hit my kettlebell fucking exercises, bro, and then I start my day. And once I start my day that way, I'm way clearer in my mind. I feel way fucking better. I make better decisions. And like all of those things follow suit, man. I needed like a recalibration and it happened. I'm glad it happened. Things happen for a reason, man. Things put you in a way, in like a direction. And sometimes you got to realize it and follow it. I just feel like I wish I would have done this 5 months ago when I moved here. I feel like I fucked up. I feel like I wasted a good 4 months of just waking up every day, not really.
You have to get the Rolly though.
Well, yeah, who cares, bro? What, buying a Rolex? What does that have to do with anything, bro? I obviously spent 4 months just, I don't even know what the fuck happened. I blacked out, okay? I blacked out. I thought I was living the way that I wanted to until I realized that, like, what am I doing, bro?
So let me get the Rolly.
It's not about the Rolex, Doyle. Oh. It's about, you're missing the point, bro. The point is that it's important to make sure you're in peak physical fucking condition, bro. It's one of many things. It's like mind, body, and soul shit, bro. Because, you know, I was explaining to other people, it's not, and I hate being the guy that's like, you just started working out again, you think like you know everything, and like you encourage everyone to work out. I don't want to be that guy, and I am not that guy. All I'm telling you is what a difference I feel, energy-wise, everything. I mean, all the normal shit that anybody would tell you that exercises regularly. But I'm in a really good, and I'm blessed, and that's another thing I realized. Like, dude, I'm really lucky to be in the position that I'm in, and I just need to, sometimes you need to center yourself. Sometimes you need to fucking, you know, spend some time with yourself, figure some shit out, and find a good way. And once you find it, just go right through that wall. Just keep fucking grinding. And like, I'm never going to, like, dude, every day I'm going to do that. And I can't imagine in a month from now where I'm going to be. I'm just going to, like, the energy and the way that I feel and all of this shit, it's completely changed me. Again, like, and I went through a change before. I just went through another change. And life is about these small changes. Matter of fact, Mike Tyson was speaking on how he lives his life like 30-day goals at a time. It's a really great thing to actually look into. So if you say like in 30 days, I'm going to do that, and you just stick to it, whatever it is, usually you can accomplish whatever the fuck you want within 30 days. These are all little things, man. And it sounds generic and it sounds stupid. It sounds like, you just scrolling through Instagram, you saw a video, you think it's going to change your life. Like, okay, then don't pay attention to it and still do what the fuck you do normally and see where that gets you. So, you know.
I mean, those people are like higher on the...
And that's another thing, right? I would never take advice from somebody. If you're not where I want to be, I'm not taking advice from you. About what? Well, you're not where I want to be. What the fuck do you have to offer me? So when you look at people that are in certain positions in life and successes and da-da-da, and they're saying something, maybe you should listen. It doesn't mean it always applies to you and it's always going to work, but there's some common ground there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I told her about Lake Eola months ago and you never listened.
And what did I tell you? I said, you're absolutely right. See, you're looking for me to go, fuck you, you're wrong. Or what? Dude, what's funny is people don't know me. I actually am one of the most humble people ever. I know I present myself in a different way, but I'm always open to knowledge. I'm always open to being like, dude, I'm so glad you put me on and I found the right way. The difference here is you think that you made me realize that there's a lake behind me that I can walk around. You had nothing to do with that.
I discovered that.
Right, there you go. So now you can see how stupid you sound. So you're looking for recognition about something that you don't deserve recognition for, and it's not going to get you anywhere. Because guess what? You're not walking around the lake every day. I am. So you put me on it, but you still ain't in shape. I'm getting in fucking phenomenal shape. So, but anyway, I'm just excited that I'm on this path now because I needed to be for a while, and I was making excuses why I wasn't. And it made me feel like an asshole that I've woke up for the last 120 days and done nothing productive for my body. I kept my weight off and all that shit, and that's great, but nah, bro, fuck that. I'm trying to go next level with it now. Now I'm like super motivated about it. So anyway, that was a long-winded kind of off of Josh's life organization suggestion, but give me another topic, bro. What's going on?
All right, we got A-Ray's. Other than Terminator, what was your favorite movie? Mine was Demolition Man.
Well, Oh, yeah, he probably meant Terminator 2 because that was up there. I know I always talk about that movie, but Demolition Man's a phenomenal movie. In the 90s, I guess. I mean, I don't know what movie would be my favorite. I mean, Goodfellas, maybe. I was talking about Heat last week. Today I was with the girlfriend. We were randomly going through movies like fucking Higher Learning came on, Good Will Hunting, Finding Forrester, and then what else we watch? The Last Boy Scout. Bruce Willis, fucking Damon Wayans. It's a phenomenal fucking movie, bro. There's so many good little like murder mystery cop movies in the 90s that are just awesome. So I like underrated shit like that. Higher Learning, I forgot about. I'm like, damn, this movie's crazy. Like, that movie was fucking... I remember seeing that movie, like, being younger and just being like, yo, this is fucking nuts. Ice Cube's in it, Busta Rhymes, Omar Epps, like your boy from Juice, bro. Q. Juice is one of my favorite movies of all time. There's no doubt about it, bro. Juice, Tupac and Juice is phenomenal. Reminds me of the Cassidy line. Keep a biscuit to shoot like I'm Bishop and Juice. I get more bitches than Lou. Yeah. Cassidy used to be nice with it, bro. Then he kind of fell off. But Cassidy's first album, I think, was called Split Personality. Great album, by the way. Get a little random and off topic there, but yeah, it's a good album.
What are you saying? You get juice now.
You got your juice now, man. Why did they pick that guy? Listen, there's no disrespect to anybody who might have a speech impediment or a lisp. All I'm saying is what did the movie producers, what were they thinking? The most pivotal moment of Juice was when he says that to him at the end of the movie, like, you got the juice now, man. Why did they pick the guy that has the speech impediment to say that? They could have picked anybody else in the whole movie.
Because they're gritty shit.
It wasn't gritty. You got your juice now, man. Yes, that's not gritty, bro.
You guys from the streets.
That's not from the streets. You don't have to... Only people from the streets have a speech impediment or a lisp like that? I mean, what the fuck's going on, bro?
That's New York shit. You should know.
That wasn't New York. What, because he has a lisp? Once again, what does that have to do with being from New York? You're just saying that because of AZ in the beginning of the song. Coming sideways, thinking something sweet. That's why you think that. You see how you connect
they got the
things?
Connections, yeah.
Yeah, but do you see how fucking I'm way above you with that shit mentally? That I knew that that's what the connection you were making? You know how crazy that is that I noticed that? That the connection you were making, which is completely random and off basis and not correct, is I knew that you were thinking having a speech impediment is a New York thing because you know that we always joke about AZ having a lisp in that song in that moment, which no one else in the entire world, by the way, talks about besides me and you. That's
Tony 2 times.
I'm going to get the papers. Get the papers. Once again, what does that have to do with anything? Oh, this okay. I get it. It's a little speech impediment because he's got the double. Yeah, Goodfellas, great movie.
Sea Caucus?
Yeah, I was laying in the weed. I was doing a bank job way on fucking Sea Caucus.
See, that's all
hey,
New York shit.
Mr. Pesci, it's Secaucus. It's New Jersey and it's called Secaucus. I'm doing... Yo, that fucking scene is so funny when he's telling that story, which is funny. That's when he's like, well, funny how? Like a clown? That's how funny. But yo, I was laying in the weeds. What did he say? And he said, one of these guys came out, what are you doing? What did he say? Why don't you go fuck your mother?
Movie got a good soundtrack.
Goodfellas, yeah. Especially when they find your boy Frankie Carbone in the meat locker. That song they play. What's that song called?
Layla.
Is that what it's called? That's a great song. That you're right though. All right. Any other movies in the 90s? This is a gentleman's suggestion. He was trying to, or favorite movies. It didn't really have to be 90s, but he mentioned Demolition Man, which I absolutely love that movie. And I loved in that movie that they thought taking people to Taco Bell was like a high-end thing. It was like in the future, it was supposed to be like, we're going to go to Taco Bell tonight. It's like a fancy restaurant.
Well, back then it was like
no,
if you were in middle school or high school, like some of those places were the shit.
No. Well, I think the other day, I forget who, maybe it was my girl, I don't remember. Somebody was watching Richie Rich, and I remember saying that, it was her. I remember saying to her, when I was a kid and I saw Richie Rich in the movie theater, I used to think the coolest part of the movie was the fact that he had a McDonald's in his house.
That's what I'm saying.
That was dope. No, but in Demolition Man, the Taco Bell thing was a joke. It wasn't really they were just mocking society. It wasn't really a high-end place. But it was cool. One thing in Demolition Man that I always thought was dope was they had basically, for real, an iPad before an iPad, and they were FaceTiming. They had I remember it looked like a metal picture frame. And they were doing video conferencing on a tablet thing before that shit even existed at all. Which I thought, I like when movies kind of do that, like predict the future. Not that it was that hard to predict, but it's still dope. And the cars in that movie were cool, too. Demolition Man. Wesley Snipes going ham. Should have paid your taxes, bro. Yeah. It became like real Demolition Man.
That was a good movie too, right? What was that? New Jack City?
Yeah, Nino Brown shit? Yeah. That's a good movie. Now you got to think of a Wesley Snipes movie. Passenger 57. Boom. Super random Wesley Snipes movie. Boom. All right, give me another topic. Now I'm talking about Passenger 57. The fuck is going on?
Nah, this is a good one. Jacob Jangle. Your thoughts on grading video games, VHS tapes, etc.
Do people grade VHS tapes? I mean, I guess you can grade anything, right?
Yeah.
That reminds me of Meet the Fockers. I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Remember when he says that? You can milk anything with nipples. No, I don't know. No, Doyle, you can't milk anything. That's what he says. I got nipples. Greg. Can you milk me? Robert De Niro. Once again, De Niro. Well, look at the range, bro. Look at the range. That's a great movie. And that was Long Island based, that particular part. It's my way of the Long Island Expressway.
Hey.
Yeah. Spent many hours on the LIE. I'm sorry. What did the dude say? I'm fucking up.
The grading.
Oh, the grading. Yeah. First of all, I'm not into grading, although I see the price increase on graded stuff is out of control. I'm not into grading games, but the Mario game just sold, what, $1 million, $1.7 million, something crazy. A sealed Mario 64, I believe it was. That's crazy. I remember, what was it, about a year or two ago when a sealed copy of Mario on NES sold for $100,000, and that was nuts. I think it was a sealed, just a black label Super Mario Brothers. And it sold for $100,000, and now everyone was like, oh my God, and now this shit sold for $1 million. Now, grading VHS tapes and stuff, I know VHS tapes, I think VHS tapes are a really sketchy market. Like, looking from the outside, looking in, it seems to be that there's price inflation and shit that just doesn't make sense with tapes. That I see certain tapes online going for thousands, but they never sell, and then people get them and they think they got this rare thing, and it's really not. I guess it's like anything else. You just have to be knowledgeable about what it actually is. But have you ever seen a graded VHS tape before?
No.
I mean, I know they exist, but I've never seen it, so I have no fucking idea. Overall, my opinion is video games are really meant to be played, right? I mean, some people would say comic books are meant to be read. Some people would say sealed music is meant to be listened to, and I get all that. It's just games itself, I don't know. Like a piece of art on the wall, like, it doesn't matter because it's you see the art. Like the game is like, well, you're just seeing the cover now. You can't actually play it. You can go online and look at it. I get it, but I would never go out of my way to buy a graded game. If I came into a collection of graded games for a really good price and it seemed like a good investment as an asset to hold on to, I don't have a problem with it. I'm not like anti-grading games, like, break them open, free them. I don't care about that, but
Yeah, but you should get the Wu-Tang.
I do have Wu-Tang Shaolin style on PlayStation 1. I should at least get it cased up better instead of just kind of leaning it on my fucking in that closet. We got to clean that out in there, by the way. What are we going to do with all this shit, bro? We're still battling the totes. You saw them back there. They moved from the front. Now they're back in there. I couldn't leave them by the front door. And realistically, it's because I'm doing a lot more laundry lately. Because I'm all my workout clothes and shit every day. I have everything: socks, underwear, shirts. I gotta wash it every single day.
Yeah.
Where I was normally doing laundry like once a week because I'm only one person. But
you got the graded comics.
I got great. Yeah, I had to have a ton of graded comics there. Not a ton. I had 20, 25.
They're meant to be read.
Yeah, but I only got those because I caught that guy slipping on the Maximum Carnage. Maximum Carnage 1 through 14, which is the set, right? Bro, every one of those comics are 9.2 to 9.8. I got all of those comics, $200. 14 great, and it's Maximum Carnage. I mean, now I will go say I know that is not Maximum Carnage. Isn't like Spider-Man, Amazing Fantasy. It's not $1 million comic. But first of all, Carnage for me is my shit. And how much would it cost to get 14 comics graded? I mean, how much does it cost to get one comic graded? Do you know?
It's got to be more than $10.
And also, how long does it take? You send that bitch out, you motherfucking shit, you might get it 6 months later, right? And when you send it out, you don't know it's going to be a 3, a 9, a 6. You don't even know. All of them shits are 9.2 to 9.8. Matter of fact, only one of them is a 9.2. The rest are 9.4, and then there are some that are 9.8. And that's my rule with graded comics. If they're not 9s and up, I don't want them. So I have that one. I have a Spawn number 1, and then I have a couple of... Oh, you know, the Carnage, the 361. And I'm assuming when the Venom movie drops with Carnage, the price of the Carnage shit's going to go up again. So, I don't know. We'll see what my boy Woody Harrelson does. It'd be all right. It could really ruin Carnage for me. Just like a lot of people, you know, hey, I get all these messages. Carnage doesn't have white teeth. What the fuck is that? I'm like, yo, did you ever look at Maximum Carnage? You fucking idiots. He has white teeth. Come on, bro. This is slightly a variant. But like, you know, me and my boy were talking about the other day that we're both really into Carnage and we're laughing like people that don't know. And they're like so quick to talk shit. It's like Carnage has white teeth. I could show you. You can grab those Maximum Carnage figures over there. He's got white teeth. Doesn't always have black teeth. Get your shit together, people, okay? I don't know a lot about a lot of things, but I know a lot about Carnage, okay? It's my boy.
He might have used the Crest whitening power.
He could, yeah. He's got very nice teeth. It's not bad. Their spacing is nice. He didn't look like he had braces growing up, but, you know, he put it together quite well. He's got real nice pearly whites in there. He is a psychopathic, you know, murderer and a rapist of some kind, but he does have nice teeth. So anyway, let's get to another topic.
All right, JB Dougie, hit me up again. Your boy, he said there was a guy that did 40 years, and he's out now.
Oh yeah, he was innocent.
No, he was guilty. He stuck up a grocery store.
Okay, well, okay. There's a couple things going on here.
What happened? What do you mean?
What does his topic suggestion say?
Oh, he just gave me an article.
Okay, so yeah, okay.
I guess he wants you to talk about the 40 years in jail.
Okay, but Doyle, I'm confused. Don't give me the fucking sideways puppy face, bro. What? You got to give me a breakdown before you just say, "Hey, there's a guy who went to jail for 40 years. Go." Yeah. Like, what do you mean, bro? There was a story because Raekwon posted the other day some dude that was like innocent after like 27 years of murder. They're like, "Oh, bro, we got the wrong DNA test. You're good to go." And it was like a big thing, and the guy's happy, his family. Like, oh, that's what I thought you were talking about. So, give me the breakdown. This guy robbed a grocery store 40 years ago, and he got out.
Yeah.
And I'm supposed to say what?
Well, what do you do? I mean, you haven't been around the internet?
Yeah, he has. Dude, jails are pretty... They have the internet in jail, bro.
For real?
Yeah, they FaceTime people. Yeah, bro. Now, I know not all jails, but like... The people in jail... I mean, people in jail can choose to get educated and stuff and all that stuff. But anyway, I don't know. I hope that guy repented for whatever he did, and maybe he's a changed person. There are certain things I don't think you could be forgiven for, jail-wise and life-wise.
Well, he said he stuck up the grocery store with a water gun.
And he got 40 years for that?
Yeah, because they thought it was real, and they punished him like if it was a real
Yeah,
gun.
I guess they were making an example of him.
Yeah.
I guess that's the part of the article is that he did 40 years and he had a water gun, which is crazy. But, you know, sometimes people make bad decisions, you know, and that's a shitty decision, and it cost him 40 years of his life, which is fucking really terrible. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I just hope he's, you know, the thing about jail is, in general, is it really reforming people? Because that's what it's supposed to be for. It's not supposed to lock you in the cage and then you come out worse than you were when you went in. You're supposed to be reformed. You're supposed to be like, no. I realized what I did wrong. I was punished, and this is what I'm going to do to be a better person so I don't end up back here.
Oh, Carlito's Way shit.
Carlito's Way, yeah. You're smarter, man. That's Sasso. Benny Bronco from the Bronx, right?
That's a good one, too.
Yeah, that's a great movie. Al Pacino, bro. Kills it every time, every role. Except for the... You know, De Niro, Pacino, the last like 4 or 5 movies is like, what are you guys doing? Just shut it down. Go to your mansion in Greece, and we love you, and you're legendary, but you got to learn when to bow out, bro. You got to. I mean, come on. I don't know. Anyway, is there anything else? Another suggestion? Because I don't know what to say about the guy going to jail.
For real? Oh,
man. Okay, Doyle, fine. I'll give you an opportunity. What would you like to say about the man that went to jail for 40 years for sticking up a store with a water gun and now has got out? Go ahead.
He's got to hit up the clubs.
Okay.
Go downtown.
Okay. Awesome. I'm glad I asked you that.
All right, Gigi Sleaze, new Nas album.
Ooh. Okay. So I listened most of it. Now, Hit Boy is the producer. I'm not super familiar with Hit Boy. I know who he is. I know he's a newer style, obviously. Here's my problem. Joe Rogan the other day was saying he was on there with, I think it was Giannis Papa. Am I saying his name right? And it was funny to hear Rogan. Rogan was talking about Nas. He's like, yo, Nas is the best lyricist ever. Like, he was really like giving Nas props. And it was just funny. So I was talking to my girl about it, and she's like, yeah, Nas is the best lyricist ever. Like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, but I'm like, but his new music is garbage. And then she's like, yeah, but, he wants to, make money and da-da-da. And we were talking. And I'm like, did you listen to it, Doyle, at all? The new Nas album? King's Disease 2 is what it's called.
No.
I listened to it at midnight right when it came out. I was like, I'm curious. Now, look, there are little spurts and things of like, oh, this sounds dope, Nas. But overall, it's trash. It's fucking trash. And it's not trash because I'm being a closed-minded old head that just wants to hear Illmatic for the 800th time. It's the same complex I have with Eminem or a lot of rappers that had amazing albums early in their career, and then what the fuck happened is, I understand people evolve and I understand people change. I understand music changes. It's just that when you're 180-degree difference from what made you popular in the first place, I hate the idea that we're supposed to not even listen to the album objectively and just give Nas all the flowers in the world and say, this is incredible. Congratulations on another incredible project, Nas. You're one of the greatest of all time. No. You hold motherfuckers accountable and you say, this is not the Nas that I want to hear. Jay-Z line, right? When Jay-Z said, you want my old shit, buy my old albums. Okay, I get it, bro. But you can't tell me that Illmatic, It Was Written, I Am, like albums like that, you're going to tell me that his last 3 albums are remotely as good as that? Oh, different time, bro. Different. Yeah. I think it's just an excuse. I'm not saying I mean, I would prefer to hear Nas boom bap shit even now. If he could still write the way he used to write, let's do it. But I don't really think it's, to me, it's not a good album. It's not. We're talking about Nas here. Just like when Nas did his thing with DJ Khaled and all that shit, it's like, no, it's not what I want to hear, bro. But guess what? Nasir Jones, he doesn't wake up in the morning and go, let me call Mike and make sure that he likes this record before I put it out. I get it. I'm just a fucking loser that just talks a bunch of shit about my personal opinions and then act like my opinions are gospel. I get it. Just the way I feel, though. I don't like the album. What are you going to do? It means my musical IQ isn't as good as yours because you're more open-minded and willing to accept a new sound? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, bro. It's the way I feel.
So you're out on Nas?
Yeah, until he starts, but I'm out on every rapper any rapper that is from the 90s that made classic 90s shit that wants to make new, because now there's a lot of like more underground rap, like anything in Griselda. I love Griselda and West Side Gun and fucking Benny and all this shit. The other day, Conway posted an artist that I think is signed to his label and posted like a snippet of the dude's video. And it was just ignorant, generic trap bullshit. It really was. It was terrible. And mad people in the comments were like, this is trash, this is trash. And then a few people were supporting it and were like, watch, I bet you a lot of these Griselda fans are going to call this shit trash. They're just being closed-minded. And Conway was actually answering those like, yeah, you're just trying to promote. I get it as a business move. You need to have that sound in order to sell records. But like, I don't like that idea. I don't like that fucking Conway who makes dope ass shit is supporting this fucking trash, bro. But because you like Conway, you immediately feel like, I should support this. It's like, nah, it doesn't work that way. Just my little opinion on it. So anyway, Nas album, not feeling it. Next topic. We got another one in there. How long have we been going, bro? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's close to an hour, I think, now.
Whatever.
All right, so we got Fox Riders. Toughest games you've ever played on the NES?
On NES? Well, growing up, I remember completing Zelda, which was, I don't think it's one of the tougher games as far as just an annoying arcade, something stupid like Top Gun, us trying to land the fucking plane. But like being young and completing that made me feel like, holy shit, bro. Like I just went through a world and I got all this stuff. And So I'm trying to think of like more arcade-based games that just took me forever to fucking beat on NES. Dude, you ever play like Silver Surfer? It's impossible. Or just annoying.
16-bit.
Yep. What about Ninja Turtles and the water stages? I mean, some of those, the OG Turtles games, some of them were so annoying.
Bubble Bobble?
Yeah, Bubble Bobble not that hard, but it's a great game though. I like Bubble Bobble. But most of them are just fun. I mean, there's some.
Marble Madness.
Marble Madness is hard, but I'm good at Marble Madness. I'm nasty at Marble Madness. Fucking RC Pro Am and Marble Madness.
That makes you rage quit though.
It does. And the music, that's a great soundtrack actually. Marble Madness. I love the way it sounds. Trying to think NES games. What the fuck? Really hard NES games. I don't know. I can't think any off the top of my head that I really couldn't beat like that. Like I said, Zelda was a big one for me only because completing it was dope. So, whatever.
What about DuckTales?
That wasn't that hard, though. Those ones are not that hard. You know what it is, especially with those games? It's a lot of timing based, and once you figure it out, it's like Contra. The first time I played Contra as a kid with my friends, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Once you realize, oh, you just kneel here, you do this, it's like timing based jumps. It's not that bad. But figuring it out back then was way different than going, oh, I just got this random NES card today. Let me go on YouTube. Oh, that's how you do it. Even with game guides and shit back then, first of all, getting a game guide wasn't as easy. And also, even when you had it, it was just pictures and like you can kind of figure it out, but it was more difficult. The internet made it way easier. That was one of my favorite things to do back in the day was when websites just started popping up with cheat codes. Cheat Code Central specifically, that was my favorite site of all. ccc.com, Cheat Code Central. Man, I remember renting games from the video store and then fucking getting home. And I've always been a cheat code guy ever since a kid, ever since Mike Tyson's Punch Out, like all that shit, right? Contra, Up, Down, A, B, Star, all that shit. I've always been a cheat guy. I've always said, in my opinion, every single game should have two menus, a regular menu and a cheat menu. And if you want to turn on all the cheats without completing the game, Grand Theft Auto, great, you know. But yeah, just like finding out like in Twisted Metal 2, you know, Minion and Sweet Tooth and that kind of shit. I used to love that, man. Cheat Code Central. That was so, man, I remember printing out pages and pages of shit and just fucking keeping them in my room, and I would flip through them, even all the way up into the Grand Theft Auto days, Liberty City, when that first came out on PS2. Just fucking stapling 4 pages together with the weapons cheats and shit. That was sick. And then, you know, you get Game Informer or Game Pro or Electronic Gaming Monthly, and they'd have codes in the back and stuff like that, which was dope.
But back in the day, you used to have to call, like Nintendo had a...
Yeah. I ran up like a $300 bill once when I was... me and my friends, I don't know, anywhere from 8 to 12 years old, in that range, and calling 900. Now, first we tried to call like a porn line, and we didn't know what we were doing. Then we called a sports gambling line, and then we were like, yo, why don't we call the cheat code thing so we can get something out of this, right? I'm like on my home phone, like, oh, welcome to the wonderful world of Nintendo, and the code, press 1 for $2 a minute, you can find all the... I'm like, yeah, awesome. Like trying to write down like Mario codes and shit. And then, my father got the bill. And then after I got my ass kicked, like fucking Joe Rogan style, he made me work with him the entire summer as a laborer. He owned a construction business. And I was a laborer the entire summer to pay that off. And at the very end of the summer, he gave me a $100 bill because I didn't complain. I woke up every day. I went to fucking work with them. And he said, what you did was wrong, but I'm still going to hook you up. It's $100 for not complaining, right? Directly, because it was in the Hamptons, right? Because he worked out like fucking nice houses in the Hamptons. So we were in the Hamptons, and I got that fucking thing. And we were going to spend 2 days in the Hamptons in a little baby shitty house, not rich people fucking Hamptons house, across the street on Dune Road from Summers and Neptunes. If anyone knows the Hamptons in Long Island, they know what I'm talking about.
That's Gecko shit, right?
Yes, it's actually right where Wall Street was. With Gecko's house in Wall Street was when he was on the phone. And he said, you should see the sunrise. And I never saw a painting that can... What did he say? I never saw a painting that can...
What he says, money never sleeps, bud.
Yep. So anyway, my dad gave me a $100 bill. I never had a $100 bill that was mine in my life. I was like 10 years old. I immediately went across the street and I bought like a $25 hamburger from fucking Neptune's. I thought it was awesome. And then I took that money, I put it in my pocket, the extra $78 or whatever it was. I went directly into the ocean. Gone. Money gone in my pocket. Gone. Instantly. And my mother, God bless her soul, she pulled up her fucking jeans and walked around that water for fucking 2 hours, screaming death, screaming at me, Michael, you fucking idiot, bro, and fucking never found that money.
It's like a message in a bottle.
Bro, that money is still out there somewhere in the Long Island Sound, getting eaten up by little guppies. Yeah. Just a little funny story there. I don't know. All right, give me one more topic and we'll shut the show down.
That's it?
Yeah, why not?
Oh.
This is a nighttime show, nighttime vibe.
We can go.
Doyle, we can do this till 3 a.m. if you want. We have to shut it off at some time. You know,
It says, Poopy Diaz had a good one here. Thoughts on the potential Marvers Capcom re-release?
I heard some rumblings about it. I don't know if it's true. I don't know. I mean, yeah, of course. I mean, who the fuck doesn't want that? I want Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on everything. They should fucking... These idiots on Arcade 1-Up should stop fucking around and just make a Marvel vs. Capcom 2 cabinet. Stop telling me, you know, people are like, oh, the coding, oh, it's the quality, oh, they can't replicate. Yes, they can. Yes, the fuck they can. What do you... Somebody in the comments explain to me why Marvel vs. Capcom 2 would be so difficult to make into an Arcade 1-Up cabinet. Because at this point, I think they're just not wanting to placate to the fans. They figure they released enough of these, and they don't have to do that. They rather do The Simpsons. They rather do Killer Instinct or whatever the fuck else. But there's no better fighting game than that game, so what the fuck are they doing?
They might be doing Primal Rage.
Doyle, enough for Primal Rage, bro. They're not doing Primal Rage. You got to stop it. You got to stop it. So anyway, yeah, I hope that happens. I own Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on literally every platform you can own it, except for I backed out on the big boy, real deal, OG arcade cabinet. I was going to buy it at one point for $3,500. Not worth it. It was supposedly the one from my childhood, though, like the one from the bowling alley where I grew up in it was at Wantagh Lanes. And I backed out of it because it had a lot of problems, and the guy still wanted almost $4,000 for it. But he told me it was the one from there, which blew my mind because when I was a kid, that's where I used to go play it. Not a kid, really. It was not that.
Is that when you played on?
That was the one. I'm talking about the physical cabinet, not just like, oh, no. The actual one that my hands touched in, 2000, whatever it was.
Should we get it?
No, it's long gone. This is before I even moved here.
Well, the CIBs are going for like $200-$300.
Yeah, I mean, the prices on it are crazy. And then we had the album, the Marvers Capcom 2 soundtrack, and it's not the soundtrack, the mixtape. Only 100 made. Got that. Got the physical copy of the case only for the PlayStation 3 version, which is dope.
Oh.
I mean, I have every version of the game you can have.
You got it on the PS3, right?
That's what I'm saying. I have the digital copy of it, and then but more importantly, the case that it came in, which was a case only, is the rarest part of that. I don't have a game guide. I'm sure they made one. I have Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 and Marvel vs. Capcom 1, but I don't have a game guide for Marvel vs. Capcom 2. I should actually look that up and see if they have that, because I would definitely like to purchase that. It would be dope. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited. The problem is, though, it's all rumor bullshit. It's just it goes on and on and on, and then nothing happens. They've been talking about it for years, bro. So it is what it is. What I would really like to see is a new Marvel vs. Capcom. Like a brand new one. Like make Marvel vs. Capcom 4, not Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Do number 4. Make it ridiculous. Pay $50 million for the X-Men fucking rights and all this bullshit. Get your shit together. Get all the fucking characters. Do the art style the correct way. Do a couple of little updates, but keep the essence, and everyone would be happy. That's it. Simple. That's it. Anyway, we're going to end the show there. Doyle, is there anything you would like to tell the people before we head out?
Oh, I think you might like this. They added Cammy in Fortnite.
Okay. That's what we're going to end the show with, Cammy and Fortnite.
You don't like that?
No. But listen, this is why I give you the opportunity. You said what you wanted to say, and that's fine.
No, we got to go to Miami, right?
And so what we're going to do is we're going to tell the people, we're going to Miami on Friday, right? We're going to film a vlog in Miami. We're going to chop it up and edit it when we come back. And we're doing the podcast with my boy Josh on Sunday. So we should release that on Sunday night. And then hopefully the vlog within that week. Because the vlog, it's going to take a little more time to edit because we're going to get a lot of footage. So we got to pack the camera up. And I just want everyone out there to pray for me because I have to sit in a car with this fucking kid for 4 hours, and then we have to do it on the way back where you're sitting in the back of the seat. So pray for Josh, because Josh has got to be in close proximity with you for 4 hours. It's going to be rough. And also, I have to smuggle you into the hotel room that I booked, because although I did book the 2-bedroom thing, I didn't put you on the list, and I don't know how that works. It's kind of a fancy hotel. I don't know. They're going to charge me more. I don't know how that works. But we might have to smuggle you in. Or we can just say you're a child under the age of 5 or something. I'm sure it'll work. I don't know. But anyway, appreciate you guys checking out the show. Continue to send in those suggestions. Hit us up if you have any other questions. And until next time, peace.